Yeah, morning. Suspect. Some of you might have questions regarding my father-in-law, his presence at the game Saturday night. Want to go ahead and address this. Got a statement for you guys that I'll read. One, just want everybody to understand my father-in-law, his presence on the field after the game the other night is something that created a distraction, and I apologize for that. That was not the intent at all. The intent was just to celebrate with my family. Do want to correct some reports that claimed he had a sideline pass. There was not a sideline pass given out. He was actually on the field only when other families were down there and were present. Joe Castiglione, Coach Venables, both have addressed concerns with me, have talked to me about it, and again can make sure that everybody understands that this is something that will not come up again. So with that, I wanted to start with that and then get into questions.
Okay. Let's start far right side, Ryan Chapman.
Ask about the running game, two things.
Yeah.
What do you want to see to get some more consistency with the running game, and then what needs to happen for explosive plays in the running game?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is our guys got to continue to strain to win one-on-ones. We were just hot and cold. I think I said it after the game. We were a little too conservative at times. Probably should have thrown it around a little bit more to give our guys a little bit of air and give us a chance to make some plays on the perimeter. But we do. We just got to continue to win one-on-ones, get guys in rhythm, really bring along 2 and 27 this week, while continuing to let Taweed get production and having Marcus as a big part of it. So I do love the fact that we've got it stable. We got 4 guys that we trust, that we can count on, but we do want to make more explosive plays in the run game for sure.
So we'll go down the line if you guys have questions. George?
Jeff, just going back to your statement, I know Joe put out a statement saying that there was a boundary previously that was maybe crossed. What was maybe that boundary?
Yeah, again, I've said kind of what I was going to say on the matter today, and we're going to talk about Tulsa SMU.
Eric, Brady, you have one?
Yeah, I'll ask you about the tailbacks. Is it possible that Toway is your best tailback? I mean, that doesn't strike us as possible, but is it possible?
Well, he had the most production Saturday, so again, I do like the fact that we got 4 guys. We got 4 guys that are incredibly capable. We've got guys that have a lot of trust with the entire staff and I think can play at any given time. So the stress, again, is being able to get 2 and 27 going as they've worked themselves back into being in a really good position.
Eric?
Jeff, I know you've talked about it, but I do want to ask you, were you surprised by how his presence on the field really engulfed the news cycle? And that was kind of the biggest surprise.
And again, I'm not going to comment anymore on it. Said what I wanted to say, and we'll move forward.
Let me go back to football then. Just conservative play. You used the word conservative when you talked about the game plan against SMU on Saturday night. 3rd and 7 run play, trying to run the ball, and no pass attempts 20 yards or further.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about going conservative, and do you look back and wish you were a little bit more aggressive at times?
Yeah, and mentioned that I think right after the game, and then again the 3rd and 7 deal. We're in 4-down zone. Really liked the run that we were in right there. Got a chance to actually have a big one, but definitely should have been at minimum 4th and 2 where we're going to go for it, and we don't get it executed. So that was something that obviously was incredibly frustrating in the moment. But again, staying aggressive, making sure that we are spreading the ball around and giving our guys a chance, because I thought Dylan operated really well. He was really clean. And then just with the chunk plays, SMU did a really good job of really running out on us, playing with a deep post safety and discouraging some shot game.
James?
In the game, you ended up playing Everett as much as Bird at left guard, and maybe even a little more. How did you feel like your offensive line did? Was that move because of an injury, or you just like Everett a lot when you played?
When you put the tape on, our guys played incredibly hard, and they tried to be incredibly physical. We did not play very clean, and we couldn't get out of our own way at times, and that wasn't just up front. That was really spread out through the entire unit. Guys, you put the tape on and guys were playing incredibly hard and playing incredibly tough, but we didn't execute cleanly. So Coach V talks about it all the time, right? But it's effort with technique. You know, it's playing incredibly hard and incredibly physical, but having great technique and fundamentals inside of what you're doing on every snap. And that'll give us a chance to have the success we want to have. So all of us got to play cleaner. I am proud of the way we tried to play. We just did not play very clean.
Did you talk about Tulsa's defense too?
Yeah, these guys, they've got 5 starters that are transfers. Boundary safety is a guy that's a leader for them, you know, with only 3 returning starters. But again, they've done a nice job in the portal as well, being able to go address some needs. They've got really good-looking guys on the back end. They're not playing a ton of guys on defense, but a group, when you watch them, man, jumps off the tape that they're playing with incredibly high motors and a lot of toughness. So it'll be a challenge as we go on the road for the first time this year.
Eli?
Jeff, in terms of this offense, we see how fast it moves. How important is Andrew Rain to making it move that fast? And where's he grown in terms of communication and making it take your shooting?
Yeah, being year 2 for Rain has been huge, man. He's taken the tempo part of it personally and really tried to put it on his shoulders to put us in good positions and being able to go play fast. And really, he's the key to making it go. So again, proud of him for how his mentality has changed in year 2 from a tempo standpoint, and he's done a nice job with it.
You sort of explained to me the relationship with Dylan in those moments.
Yeah.
When you're sitting up there, what do you see in terms of how they're communicating a little bit?
Yeah, those guys got really good communication. Again, it's year 2 for them, understanding each other and how we're going to play fast and go attack, and then when we need to slow down, how we're going to do that, and being able to execute, whether we're going fast or whether we're not. But again, Rain's mentality has been really good with that.
Bob?
Yeah, Jeff, how important was that catch and run for Jaleel on Saturday? Didn't have a catch the first game, didn't have a lot of targets in the second one, but come through in a moment like that.
That was huge, and he did exactly what we're expecting him to do. You know, catch a football and then really turn into a type of running back with it in his hands. So was proud of him for just continuing to play and made a great play.
Jesse?
Jeff, wanted to ask you about Amy Terrell. I think through 2 games, he has 10 catches. Just maybe how have you seen that rapport with him and Dylan? I know it's early in the season, but how have you seen that develop in the first couple of weeks?
Yes, it's been really good, and Drell has he's, for whatever reason, it's ended up finding him at times, you know, and he's made the most of his opportunities. You know, he had the drive the second play of the game, and then after that, what I liked is that he really responded. We come back to him 2 snaps later and throw a slant to him. It's a really competitive play. He makes a nice play, and so I was proud of him just to be able to get out of his own way after the drop on the second snap of the game to go put together a really nice game.
Well, and along those lines, through the first couple of weeks, what have you learned about that wide receiver room? You know, a lot of guys got involved in week 1, maybe not a ton of catches week 2. What have you learned about that wide receiver room?
We've got depth, you know, and I think that's the best part of it. I think we talked a lot about it in fall camp, and now here we are after 2 weeks and feel good about you know, a good number of guys in that room. And so look forward to them continuing to grow and playing in a bunch of different roles in a bunch of different ways.
Second row left, Randall.
So, talking about the receiver room, Jaquez Petaway led the team with 9 catches in week 1, didn't have any in week 2. Was that kind of part of the game plan? Was he hurt this week? What went into that?
You know, part of it was Drake was back healthy. Obviously, we lost Drake early in week 1. He comes back, and with the way the game was going, wanted to lean on some older guys that had played a bunch of ball, obviously. And Drake was a guy that I wasn't quite ready to get out of the game full tilt. So that's kind of how that played out.
Questions for Coach Lebby? James, second row.
Coach, what do you think about Jackson Arnold's packages when he went out there? What do you think about what you see on that for him out there?
Yeah, I thought he played really tough. You know, we have after we have great field position after the turnover, the pump block. You know, we got a chance to get him on the field, and we got a really good run. We don't execute it, but I thought he did a really nice job of playing tough and playing physical. Obviously, we want to convert on the 4th and 1. That's a situation where we had opportunities to get it on 2nd and 3rd down, didn't. And, you know, he gets put back in that situation. So mentioned this after the game, but that's just invaluable experience for him. So just proud of his toughness and his mindset right now.
Eric Bailey.
So can you talk about your relationship with Kevin Wilson and just how
Yeah.
you grew with him at Oklahoma?
Yeah, obviously spent a bunch of time here with Wills and his success as he's moved forward. He's had a ton of success, everywhere he's been offensively and done a great job. So have followed from afar, of course, and look forward to getting up there Saturday.
Any favorite stories as a student assistant with him?
He was consistent. He coached hard and he was a guy that found ways to create an advantage. And that's something that I always respected.
James, Neal.
Dylan in the game throws 4 touchdowns, and that's really a pretty good game. When you look at it, his yards per catch or throw wasn't probably where it normally is. But what did you think of this game?
I thought he played clean. I thought he did a nice job scrambling vertically in the pocket. Did a nice job creating completions. He finishes the day stat line, I think 19 of 27. We got 3 drops on the day where you want those back, but man, he didn't put the ball in harm's way. He took great care of the rock and felt like he did a really nice job just distributing and putting us in good situations in the throw game.
And time for 2 more in the very end. George.
Jeff, just Gavin Sawchuk, I know he was available, and I think he played a few snaps.
Yeah.
But do you hope to increase his role as the season progresses?
Absolutely, and talked about it earlier, but we want to get 2 and 27 going. We absolutely do. So that's something that'll be important for us this week as we move forward, making decisions for Saturday.
Is he feeling healthy?
Yeah, he feels good.
And Ryan.
Build on that, just what does that look like for you and Coach Murray to get those guys up and running outside of the health element and a week of practice?
Yeah, it's going to be great that we walk into this afternoon's practice with 2 guys that we know are really, really healthy. We were able to get them some good work last week, but now moving forward, we feel really good about where they're at physically. So, again, looking forward to getting those guys going.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.